Welcome to Spotlight on Education. I'm Dr. Joanne Magistro, Superintendent of Schools, and your host for the program. The transition to college for your child is filled with challenge, opportunity, and decision-making. It is a process that involves sequential steps. And as you and your child look ahead to college, don't fall prey to these myths. There's only one college that is right for my child. Our family cannot afford to pay for a college education. If my child makes the wrong college choice, it is irreversible. The following program is designed to clarify these myths and to help parents unravel the mystique of the college admissions process. I hope you find the program helpful.
Karen, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Nice to see you. How's Sarah doing?
Good, good.
Well, she must be, what, a junior in the high school now?
Yes, can you believe?
How frightening. What's up for the future? What is she going to do?
Right now, at this point, she doesn't know what she wants to do. She definitely knows she wants to go to college.
Absolutely.
It's a confusing process. There's so many majors and colleges to choose from, and tuition through the roof. So it's pretty confusing for me right now.
I understand what you're saying. My math's at Churchill, and even though I have a couple of more years, I have a lot of questions that need to be answered now so we can think about the future.
I heard the high school has a college and career center to help parents like us with this process. You want to go together?
Sure, that sounds great. Let's go.
Great.
Hi Karen, hi Gloria, it's a pleasure to meet the both of you. Since both of you have children of different age groups, I thought I would handle and respond to your concerns and questions one at a time. Who would like to start?
Well, it better be me since Sarah's a junior. Let's start with how we find the right college.
Okay. I think what's really important for Sarah first is to identify what is really important to her in a college experience.
Don't ask Matt that. He'll ask for a party school.
Okay, well, you want your children to really sit down and take a close look at what their interests are, their abilities, and their goals, and do this realistically. A very good practical exercise they could attempt would be to jot down the three main reasons why they want to go to college, and when they finish college, where they see themselves in terms of their future 5 and 10 years down the road.
The problem is Sarah doesn't know what she wants to do or really what she's interested in right now. I'm the last person that she wants to discuss it with.
Tell me about it. I've given up trying to translate Matt's grunts.
Well, if it's any consolation, Sarah can always meet with her counselor, and together they can explore her interests and abilities and see how well she's done in school, what subjects she's excelled in, and they can match those to colleges and career choices. And again, this process is a joint effort amongst the school, parents, and the student.
You talked about her abilities. Are you talking about her SATs grades or her SAT scores or her grades, and which are more important?
Okay. Colleges will always tell you, with few exceptions, that the most important factor in college admissions is the quality of the academic program taken by the student.
What exactly do you mean? Her grades?
It's more than just grades. It is grades, but it's in conjunction with a rigorous, strong academic course load. And what's so important to remember, especially since you have a 9th grader at Churchill, is that it starts in 9th grade. If your child, Matt, has an opportunity to take more demanding courses and has the potential for success, I strongly recommend him doing that. It'll make his transcript that much more impressive.
And the SATs, Sarah has good grades, but she's a poor test taker.
Well, there really are no magic predetermined SAT scores that automatically guarantee admission to a particular school. It's really a much more involved process. Colleges look at everything, from the quality of the academic program, to the activities, to the SAT scores, essays, teacher recommendations, and the like. And if you're really worried about SAT scores, always remember that colleges will take the best combination of scores from different test dates.
So if he does well in math on one date and the best verbal is on another date, will they take a combination of the scores?
Typically, that is what's done in 99% of all cases with all colleges.
When should Matt take the SATs for the first time?
Okay. We always recommend that students take the SATs for the very first time in the spring of their junior year. Has Sarah registered for any of the upcoming 3 test dates this spring?
Yes, she's registered for the first Saturday in May.
Okay. Now for Matt to get some very valuable experience to help prepare for the SATs, I strongly encourage you to have him sign up for the PSATs this coming October during his 10th grade.
What is that? Do they report these scores?
The PSAT is a practice test for the SAT. It's offered only once a year, and it's held on the third Saturday of October each year. It's a dress rehearsal for the SATs. However, it is strongly recommended that all juniors take it during their junior year, because this is what determines eligibility for scholarships that are given out by the National Merit Scholarship Corporation.
Sarah bombed on her PSATs. Would you recommend her taking the Princeton Review?
I heard they're very expensive.
There are many private SAT programs and organizations out there, and they do vary greatly in cost, and some are very expensive. Always bear in mind there are no guarantees that students will improve. However, we do find that many students who have had the advantage of learning more test-taking strategies and tips will do better. A lot of the students here sign up for the program that's run through our adult school. We have an SAT prep program, and it's very reasonable in cost. And there's always software available, as well as you can go to the library to find materials that'll help you prepare for the SATs.
I've also heard of a test called the ACT. What's the difference between the SAT and the ACT?
It's another admissions test that many colleges will use. It can be substituted for the SATs if your child performs better on the ACT. The ACT covers 4 areas: English, math, reading, and science reasoning. It is much more content-based than the SAT, so it'll be more familiar in terms of test design for students.
How many clubs and activities would Matt have to be in to get into a good college?
Colleges are not really looking for quantity in terms of involvement with clubs and activities. They're looking for quality, depth of commitment, that the student has stayed with a club throughout their high school experience, they've assumed leadership positions, and they've taken a real active role in that club and made a difference. And that's what really impresses the schools.
Sarah got involved with soccer in the yearbook club her freshman year, and she's still growing strong in both.
I heard that volunteering also counts a lot.
Just make sure Matt goes to the guidance office and fills out all the correct paperwork so he can get credit for the community service hours. I remember when Sarah worked at the hospital as a volunteer, she forgot to go to the guidance counselor and get the paperwork beforehand, and then she didn't get credit. So just make sure Matt follows the procedures for the community service hours.
When Matt gets sent for by his counselor for his 9th grade interview, the procedure and the registration process for the community service project will be explained thoroughly to Matt. In addition to that time he will learn about how the grade point average is calculated on his transcript.
I'm worried about the ridiculously high tuition costs. What can I do?
Okay. Well, don't automatically discount a school because of sticker shock and the high cost, okay? It's really important with scholarships to begin investigating early. The earlier the better. Matt can even start, and you can as well, during the 9th grade. I can furnish you with a list of websites that can assist you with information about financial aid and scholarship programs and opportunities.
What about financial aid and loans? Do you have to get free lunch to qualify?
No, not necessarily. When it comes to financial aid, don't make any predeterminations or assumptions or prejudge your financial standing. Many colleges do offer generous financial aid packages. Some are based on need, some are based on merit, some are based on a combination of both.
How do I begin applying for financial aid?
Okay. Next year, when Sarah's in her senior year, you're going to fill out a copy of what we call the free application for federal student aid, better known as the FAFSA. Okay? This one all-purpose financial aid form, okay, which is absolutely free, okay, will be completed by you, and this will determine Sarah's eligibility for financial aid from the colleges she's applied to, from the federal government to see if she's eligible for a Pell Grant, if she attends a school in New Jersey to see if she's eligible for a tuition aid grant, as well as loans and campus-based work study.
So this is all done in one application?
Yes, and again, the wonderful thing about it is it's free. There are, however, some private and out-of-state institutions that also require something known as the CSS profile. Unlike the FAFSA, it is not a free application. There is a charge to complete this. And unlike the FAFSA, this can be submitted in late September, where the FAFSA you cannot submit until after January the 1st.
Since Sarah's been playing soccer since her freshman year, is there any help applying for scholarships for an athletic scholarship?
Do you know if Sarah's being recruited by an NCAA Division I or Division II institution?
What is that?
Okay. The NCAA stands for the National Collegiate Athletic Association. It's the governing organization that determines eligibility for all student athletes in college. Each college athletic program is classified as either being Division I, Division II, or Division III. What Sarah would need to do at the end of her junior year is to pick up a copy of the NCAA Clearinghouse initial eligibility form and send it in.
So she can get a scholarship from that?
No. The scholarship part of it will really be determined through the recruitment process by the college's athletic offices and departments for that school. The NCAA Clearinghouse eligibility will determine whether she's academically eligible to participate in college as a freshman during her freshman year.
If we don't qualify for financial aid, what other options are there because 4 years in college are so costly?
A very reasonable alternative is our county college system. Many students will attend Middlesex County College for either 1 or 2 years for a fraction of the cost of attending a four-year institution. The savings are considerable. Many four-year institutions have articulation agreements with the county college system that makes it easy for them to transfer into the four-year schools as long as they meet the GPA requirements.
Sarah said her guidance counselor has talked about reach schools and safety schools. What exactly is that?
Okay. Reach schools are schools that the admissions criteria are above what the student's academic profile is. They're reaching or striving for these schools. Safety schools, their academic criteria fits extremely well with what the student's academic profile, and there's an outstanding chance for acceptance. There's also target schools, which offer a probable to likely chance of acceptance, but not as likely as a safety school.
Some of Sarah's friends are applying for early decision. Is that something she should consider?
Applying early decision, what's important here is that it's a binding agreement between the student and the college. If you are accepted under the early decision plan, you must withdraw all your other applications and attend this college. Remember, the student can only apply early decision to one college.
Wow, she'd have to be pretty certain that she wanted to go to that school.
Absolutely. Okay. There is also another plan known as early action. This also allows students to apply early in their senior year, and if admitted, they're still eligible to apply and attend any other college they've been accepted to. It's non-binding. The advantage here of early action is that students will learn their status generally by the end of December.
Do you have any guidelines to help students narrow down the fields of college options?
Yes. When students are beginning the narrowing down process to select schools to apply to, they should really look at many factors: the programs and studies that are offered, the size of the college, the type of institution. Location is really important. The admissions requirements, how selective it is. Obviously, the parents' cost is a primary consideration. And other things like student life, the safety on campus, and things that I think that really are meaningful is the retention rate of students who return for the following year and the graduation rates as well.
Should we visit colleges, and if we do, what do we do when we get there?
Okay. The college visit is so critical. We strongly recommend that you visit every college that your child applies to if possible, okay? Try to arrange to attend a group information session, take a campus tour, and there are many colleges that will welcome students with an overnight visit. Make absolutely certain that when you visit these schools to talk to the students who attend that institution. They will give you honest information that will help you evaluate the school.
How many schools do most students apply to?
Typically here in East Brunswick, many of our seniors will apply to, on average, 8 schools. Usually 1 or 2 reach schools, 1 or 2 safe schools, and the remainder will be their target schools.
I've heard that the more selective a college is, the better it is academically. Is that true?
No, not necessarily. There is no correlation between the academic quality of a school and the academic selectivity of a school. There are many factors that can influence the quality of the academic programs that have nothing to do with selectivity. That's just one of the many prevailing myths about college admissions.
Okay, so what are some of the other myths?
Okay. Another myth is that students and sometimes parents believe that if a school is expensive, if the tuition is extremely high, that the school must be better, okay? And there's absolutely no truth in that, okay? Another one has to do with student-faculty ratio. It's a very common question that students always want to ask us, what's the student-teacher ratio? 15-to-1 does not mean there's 15 students in every class. So the student-faculty ratio is the total student body divided by the number of the faculty.
How do we find out how large the classes are then?
When you visit the schools, make it a point at your group information sessions to ask for the average class size. This is a much more meaningful and truer picture.
Matt tells me that once he's admitted, he's going to have a bad case of senioritis because the rest of his grades don't matter at that point.
Nothing can be further from the truth. All college acceptances are conditional upon satisfactory completion of the senior year. If the colleges notice a major drop in the students' performance during their senior year, you can run the risk of having their acceptances rescinded.
Has that actually happened?
It actually happens a lot more than parents and students think. Just last year alone, Rutgers, our state university, rescinded more than 36 original offers of acceptance because of poor academic performance during the senior year.
I know families that have not applied for financial aid because they have heard that colleges are more likely to take paying customers.
Most schools are what we call need blind. The admissions decisions are made independent of the parent's financial ability to pay.
What about the essay and the letter of recommendations? I know Sarah hates writing them. Is there help for her and the other students with those kinds of things?
Absolutely. Most college applications do include essays, and their importance can vary from institution to institution. What's really important is that your child put a lot of time and effort into it. It's not something that they want to try to do overnight. They want to make sure that it's their own work and have them work together with their English teacher to check it over carefully.
Who should my child get a letter of recommendation from?
Well, automatically, Matt's guidance counselor will write a college letter of recommendation. In addition to that, I strongly recommend that you have Matt seek out teachers, a teacher or teachers who really know him, both as a student and as a person, okay, who can talk about his motivation, his character, his perseverance, his intellectual curiosity, but never submit with his applications more than 3 total letters of recommendation. There's an expression in college admissions: the thicker the folder, the thicker the kid. Colleges just do not have the time to read 4, 5, 6 letters of recommendation that accompany each application.
Are interviews required as part of the admission process?
Okay. Again, some colleges do require them, typically the most selective. These are generally conducted either by a regional alumni interviewer or on the college campus itself. But there are many colleges that do not require an interview.
Well, thanks, Mr. Small. You certainly gave us a lot to think about. One thing, however, is that Matt has a learning disability. What can we do, and what do you advise us to do?
Okay, what I would advise you to do is to investigate colleges that offer comprehensive support programs for students with learning disabilities. The range of services can vary from institution to institution. Many of them will provide tutoring, diagnostics, special advisement, and other accommodations that can really help them successfully manage their college experience. The application process to many of these LD programs is different from the regular college application process. And please remember to include, when they apply to college, along with their high school transcript, a copy of the IEP, and encourage Matt, when he gets to college, to advocate for himself regarding the types of accommodations he might be entitled to or eligible for.
I'll be sending Sarah in to make an appointment with her guidance counselor as soon as possible and ask her to also make an appointment in the College Career Center here. Thanks again for all your help. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for the information.
Karen, Gloria, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much for taking the time. If I can help you in any way, and certainly take advantage of the outstanding college and career center we have, as well as all the assistance that your high school counselors will provide you.
We hope tonight's program has shed light on the college admissions process. Although it can be stressful, it can also be exciting if you take the following approach. Start early, take your time, keep an open mind. Thoroughly research and investigate your options. Use a wide range of resources on college admissions. Visit as many campuses as possible to ensure the best fit for your child. Maintain good communication between you and your child. Be realistic and honest in your assessing your child's chances for admission. Make absolutely certain that all application materials are completed by your child and no one else. Good luck, and thank you for watching. Good night.